What's up? Welcome back to my channel. I have been getting so many messages about what I do to stay looking youthful, and it's so interesting because I think this happened simply because I came out with a video that says, "Hi, I'm 40." It's a video before this. A lot of you know that this year I turned 40, and so many people are always asking me, so what do you do to stay young, or what do you do to not look your age or not look 40? And someone asked me this recently, and I was just like, well, there's a lot of things that I do to look young, but I've never really shared them with a lot of people. And so I kind of went down a list as he was asking me, and I went down this list and I categorized it, and I was like, why don't I share this with everybody? So that's what I did. I have it right here for you guys. I'm going to just share with you exactly what I do. Some of it's really simple. Some of it is, you might find extreme. But it's, I don't just rely on genetics, but a lot of it are things that you can do for yourself. Maybe it'll be helpful for you. I don't know. But I just thought, let me just let the world know, since people are always asking me. People my age ask me all the time. People that I grew up with ask me all the time. I think people kind of assume that because I'm in the public eye, and also because I'm transgender, that I must have had tons of surgeries and all these different things. So I'm just going to let you guys know and dispel all of that. I have made videos in the past talking about plastic surgery and procedures or things that I might have had done. I hope I'm not flashing you guys. I'm looking here. It doesn't look like I am. Okay, cool. But so let's just get into it right now. The number one thing that I do is, well, I didn't list them in any particular order, but this is the first thing that I thought of. I don't eat meat or dairy. This is a personal choice. This is not something that a lot of people, want to do, but some people find it very hard to give up meat and cheese and dairy and all those different things. I found it very easy, simply because I don't think that meat tastes like anything. I think it tastes like whatever you season it to taste like. Case in point, people always talk about bland chicken and people who don't season their chicken. But that's neither here nor there. I just find that my body works much better when I'm not eating meat. I find that it functions better when I'm not eating dairy. I've been pescatarian for about 7 or 8 years now, maybe a little bit longer than that. I think I started off and on and just kind of weaned into it. But I basically try to eat a plant-based diet. It's one of the reasons that my skin has such elasticity. It's one of the reasons that I actually look younger now than I did a few years ago. But my skin completely changed. I don't get breakouts like that. I don't get sick. Everyone around me could be sick. My dancers could be sick. I don't get sick. It's really an interesting thing. I also don't. I just try to be as healthy as possible with what I put in my body. I do get cravings, but they're never for meat. It's never for anything that tastes like meat. It's just, other things. And there's lots of things that you don't eat right now that are not meat. That you eat right now that aren't meat. And you don't even realize that, it's like you can live without eating meat. But that's a personal choice for me. I don't think even if you do eat meat, you'd have to have meat with every meal. Some people feel like it's not a meal unless there is a meat there. For me, I don't feel like it's a meal unless there is a vegetable there. And while I am pescatarian, I don't eat fish with every single meal, or seafood with every single meal, but I try to eat as plant-based as possible, and when I do feel the craving for something a little more, then it is seafood. Seafood is my favorite food, so I'm never going to give it up. I don't think I could. I did try to be vegan for a while. Didn't really work out, so yeah. I don't eat meat. I don't eat dairy. Dairy is, oh my god, there's so many things. I don't think that a cow's milk was made for humans. So I do use creamers and milk substitutes. It's usually oat milk or almond milk. Soy, it used to be soy milk, but even with, I found this amazing ice cream that is based on coconut milk, and I think they also have one that's based on oat milk that I love so much. So I do like ice cream, and I do eat milk if I were to eat cereal or put creamer in my coffee, but it's non-dairy. The second thing that I do that is this is so funny because I can't believe I'm going to talk about this, but it's true. I shit very regularly. I know that sounds really bad. I defecate or I have bowel movements or however you want to call it. I make sure that I do that very regularly. Because I'm eating so much plant-based, I do go to the bathroom regularly, but even if I don't and I feel like I want to get rid of stuff in me, I will do an enema. I will douche. It's a natural thing. I don't like having waste inside of me. I think that's really bad. Those toxins from that waste, if it sits in you for too long, especially if you don't do it when you first wake up in the morning and it's been sitting you all night, those are really bad for you. They can cause your skin to really be irritated, your skin to break out really bad. It causes tiredness. Oh my God, if I feel constipated or if I feel like I am full of waste, I have this sluggish feeling. As soon as I get rid of it, as soon as it passes through me, I have so much energy. So many diseases and sicknesses and fatigue are caused, and bad skin, all caused by keeping waste inside of you. And people, it's crazy when people are like, I'm so tired. I'm like, when's the last time you had a bowel movement? I'm like, oh, I'm actually been constipated. People who are constipated will tell you that you having those toxins sit inside of you, it's not good for your body. So I try to make sure that I do it regularly, and if it doesn't happen naturally, I will force it to happen. I don't mean like straining. I will do an enema, like I said. And there's nothing wrong with that. And not enema, I just will splash water up there. God, I just can't believe I'm talking about this, but hey, it works for me. It helps me. I hope it helps other people. So yeah. Since the age of, the third thing, since the age of 19, I've been using, I've had a great skincare routine. I think it's because I was around a lot of older people, and I also was a makeup artist, so I worked in skincare. But the number one thing that I always used was eye cream. I don't have lines around my eyes, wrinkles. I have no botox or anything, no filler around my eyes, simply because I have been using eye cream religiously. It's the one thing that I have to have around my eyes. It used to be I used a lighter eye cream. As I've gotten older, I use a heavier eye cream, even under my makeup. I use it every morning, every night. Skincare, skincare, skincare. I don't sleep in my makeup. I try not to sleep in my makeup. There are nights, very rare nights, but even sometimes, no matter how sleepy I am, I will wash my makeup off, take it off. But an eye cream is the best thing. Right now, I'm trying my best friend Monique. If you've seen on my Instagram, I posted it there, and it's all hers too. Her Flawless Skin Toner by Mila Eve is amazing. You guys have to try it. It's made with essential oils and fermented rice water. So amazing. I spray it on every morning, every night. Love it. I just sent her a message today saying how much I love it, and it really is working so far. It helps with hyperpigmentation, but yeah, skincare, skincare, skincare. The fourth thing that I do is I work out. I think that's kind of self-explanatory. It's along with the skincare, really, but I work out. I try to make sure that I have endorphins running through my body. I try to maintain my weight. The thing for me is my weight fluctuates so much that if I start to gain weight, it happens in my face, and it is just, I feel like I look older when I have more weight in my face. For some people, the volume loss in their face makes them look older, but for me, when I'm thicker, I tend to look a little bit older. So you guys, a lot of you know that I recently lost weight before my 40th birthday, and that was the goal. And also because I was filming, as you guys know now, a show for Amazon Prime called Slay. So I basically try to work out at least 3 to 5 times a week, sometimes more, sometimes I'm really on it, sometimes it's less, but I try not to put so much pressure on it. But I definitely try to stick to, and it helps for me that there is a gym right here where I live, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, working out, and even if you don't go work out in a gym, do something. During the pandemic, I started walking 5 miles a day around my neighborhood because the weather was so nice, and it was nature, it was great, and I couldn't go to the gym, so I just started walking. And I wasn't walking at a super fast pace, I just was walking, and the weight started to just come right off. Just for a healthy mindset, but also, it helps keep your bones moving, keeps you, it keeps your muscles young and exercised. I think that's a given. So yeah, I work out. The fifth thing that I do, I take 6 milligrams of, what? 6,000 milligrams of collagen a day. I also take biotin. But collagen helps with elasticity. It helps to put the elasticity back in your skin. As you get older, you have a loss of production of collagen, and so I try to put it back into my skin. Some people do collagen smoothies. For me, I just take the pill. It's 6 pills a day, but I take 2 at a time. 2 in the morning, 2 in the middle of the day, and 2 at night before I go to bed. And it really does help with elasticity in the skin, but it really also, oh, this is a great thing, it helps with your joints too, because you have collagen in other places. And so it really helps with your knees and your elbows and all those joints that start to ache as you get older. And I'm telling you, as soon as you turn 40, those things start to ache, and it's the strangest thing. But yeah, I try to remember to take the collagen and biotin also. I don't really like taking the biotin as much because it makes my hair grow, but it's really good for your skin. I don't like for my hair to grow any faster than it does because I have grays and my hair already grows fast. And then also, if you've had hair removal, or if you remove hair in places, it grows everywhere. It doesn't just limit itself to your hair. So yeah, eyebrows, facial hair, whatever. But yeah, collagen. I try to have as much collagen as possible, and I do a plant-based collagen. So I get it on Amazon. It's 6,000 milligrams a day. It's amazing. Number 6 that I do is so key. Oh my God. I try to live a predominantly stress-free life. Anything that promotes stress, whether it be people or things in my life that are bringing me stress, I delete them out of my life, and I don't care how dismissive it feels. If you are someone who is bringing me stress or negativity, I don't allow people like that to rent space in my head. I just don't. I don't allow any room in my life for that. And I will delete you out of my life. If I feel like you're a negative person or you're a stressful person, I will wean myself off. So if I'm not friends with you anymore, and it's not even like I have to say anything to them, I just am really good at like slowly weeding that person out of my life, and sometimes really fast too. So I try to keep the negativity to a bare minimum and the stress level to a minimum. Now, I have things that happen in my life that can be stressful at times, but nothing super. I find a way to get it out. Let's just say that. I find a way to get it out. Number 5 is just simple, genetics. My mom will be 60 next year, and she still looks young. She has a head full of white hair naturally, but her skin, genetics, everybody in my, they say black don't crack. Sometimes that's the case. Sometimes it's not true. I don't know. But the melanin in the skin, genetics. That's number 5. I'm sorry. That's number. We're up to what, 7 now? I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Genetics. I can't say much more than that. So that's nothing that I do for that. I don't just rely on, like I said this earlier, I don't just rely on genetics at all. I make sure that I do things to help those, help on my end also. But genetics is a big thing. If you don't have genetics, then you have to work a little bit harder. So I probably don't have to work as hard as a lot of people, and a lot of people of color just don't because of our melanin. And it's not just people of color, people who have family members who haven't aged a lot. That's just the gist of it. Yeah. Now, this next one. Oh my God. Sleep. Nothing ages you like a lack of sleep. You have to make sure you sleep. Some people require a little more sleep than others. I think by now you should know your number. For some people it's 6. Some people need a full 9 hours, 8, 9 hours. Some people's schedule don't allow that. But I try to make sure that I get as much sleep as possible, or as much sleep as my body requires. I don't use an alarm clock, and I also don't just go to bed at a set time. Whenever I start to feel sleepy, that's when I go to sleep. I sleep as long as my body needs to. Sometimes my body naturally wakes up at 6 in the morning. Sometimes it needs a little bit longer. I find in the winter time, I sleep a lot less. In the summertime, I sleep a lot more. It is what it is. But I try to make sure that I do sleep, and I'm not fighting the sleep and just listening to my body. But you see bags and circles around people's eyes is a no-no. Yeah, for sure. Make sure that you sleep. All right, the next thing is I try to have a young mindset. I try to surround myself with people who have a young mindset and aren't just sitting back in a rocking chair talking about woe is me, we're getting old and all that thing. No, all my friends have a young mindset. I try to maintain a mindset of my own that is youthful. I try to keep up with what's going on in fashion, what's going on in the world, current events, what's going on with the young people, all those different things. But I just try to have a mindset. I don't think of myself as like 40 is over the hill and old and oh my God, I'm middle aged and all those things. That's not me. I for sure try to just maintain just feeling young. I also don't believe in dressing your age. I have a midriff right now, by the way. Dress how you feel and dress for your body type. Whatever makes you feel happy, whatever makes you feel good. Who's to say that's too young or that you can't wear this because you are of a certain age? That's insane to me. I for sure dress however I want. My hairstyle for some people today might be like, oh my God, that's a young girl hairstyle. Well, guess what? I wanted to wear it. It feels good, and I think it looks good. So, I'm going to wear my hair like that. So it's just a healthy, young mindset. All right, the next thing that I don't do the next thing that I do for anti-aging is I don't wear antiperspirant or traditional deodorants. Now, those are things with aluminum in them. A lot of people, I think, are getting hip to that now, but I find it to be very interesting that when a woman is diagnosed with cancer, the first thing they tell her to stop using her antiperspirant. Stop using your deodorant, like discontinue the use of that because of the aluminum. Now, if a woman with cancer shouldn't be using it, why should we all be using it? And I think a lot of people are hip to this now, but I haven't used it in probably about 2 or 3 years. I use tea tree oil under my arm. I think it's great because it takes care of any smells. It helps to keep me dry. I don't sweat as much. And also, I will tell you, this is the most awesome thing. You know how you get that discoloration that happens underneath your arms? Gone. None of that is there anymore because I don't use the antiperspirant. I used to have dark discoloration under the dark spots. It was like really dark under there. And I don't have that anymore since I stopped using traditional antiperspirants and deodorants. I now just use tea tree oil. And sometimes I touch it up during the day, but I rarely do I have to. Maybe in the summertime here and there if I'm being super active. It works for me. It doesn't work for everybody, but I encourage you to either try it or use some type of natural remedy or some kind of natural deodorant. Don't be so concerned with sweating under there. But yeah, that's what it works for me. Everybody has to find what works for them. But I think those things like antiperspirants and those things that cause cancers or have been known to cause cancer, but also things that block your body from doing what it's supposed to naturally do. Those things are bad for your skin. They're bad for your skin, they're bad for your health, and they can age you. So yeah. But anyway, those are the things that I do that are my anti-aging, the key to my fountain of youth, or the reason that I don't look my age. Funny enough, I am playing a 27-year-old in the show Slay on Amazon Prime. Coming out soon. It's not out yet. We're still filming. But yeah, when I tell people that I'm playing that, they're like, yeah, that tracks. That's about right. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful for my genetics. But these are the things that I do that have worked for me, and I'm so happy to share them with you. If you like this video, please go like this video and subscribe to the channel and share it with a friend. I have more things as they come about. I'll share them with you, but I hope to see you guys in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I thank you for watching. Love you all. Bye.